this is a storied franchise with great players and coaches, and this is up your alley, isn't it, with the history?
It's a great Big East team. A lot of tradition with Providence. So, and they're really, really good. I mean, they got one loss, and it was in overtime, and Pierre was out after the first couple minutes, and I think it's a top 15 team. Just watching so much on them on tape, how physical they are. They're good on both ends. They're old. They got star power. They're physical. I think they're unquestionably an NCAA tournament team, top 15 team.
They're not going to be bothered coming in here either, are they? I mean, they've already played 4 major programs and 3-1 on them.
Yeah, they got older guys. I mean, Bryce Hopkins, those guys, Devin Carter, they've been through a lot in the Big East, and so no, they're not. We're not thinking that they're going to be bothered coming in here.
I know you've had tests already this year, but how exciting is a week like this early in the season to have Providence tomorrow, Arkansas this weekend? What do you find out about your team in early weeks like this?
Well, it just focuses on Providence. I mean, we're just our guys have been really good about taking care of what's right in front of us, and no matter what the opponent is, it's a confident respect for their strengths. It's about doing what we do at a high level. But we got a very confident respect for Providence. I mean, we know how physical defensively they are. They're elite. They're top 10 or 15, whatever the number is, defensively. So our guys are excited. They've been really good about what's in front of them, and they know it's going to be a high level game.
Such an emotional night Thursday. Has energy been an issue or concern?
No.
Emotional letdown?
No. We've had great practices. The guys, we all kind of said the same thing. It was great. It was awesome. Let's go get Providence, and everybody really thought it was a great night, enjoyed it, thought the students were awesome, and we're all kind of hoping that they come back and that they create an atmosphere at the LNC, and everybody come in here because create a home court advantage because we're needed. But there hasn't been the guys. They really enjoyed it. And we moved on. We took a day off, and then we've had 2 great practices.
You mentioned after the game, when you're on the mic, let's go do this over the LNC now. How much are you looking forward to seeing if it had, a positive impact for you guys in terms of students and crowd and things like that?
I just think it's the students have been great, and then they were such. I think they had fun watching the videos. I think they had enjoyed it, so to create it, and I think they're getting behind our team, and I think our guys play hard. We're playing faster, more athletic, but we're not playing crazy. We're still defending. Sometimes when you commit to playing faster, it's at the expense of your defense. And our guys know our defense is still our top priority, trying to create offense from that. So I think it's a team that I think people recognize how hard we're playing.
Thursday, talked about Sam. Is he cleared back in?
Yeah, Sam's cleared.
How's you enjoyed that dynamic between him and John? Just being able to kind of platoon those guys, and it feels like there's really no drop off.
Yeah, they're both super high productivity. Both of them been very productive. They give us different things, and so I couldn't be happier with those 40 minutes. I mean, I wish I had more minutes between the 2 5 spots the way they're playing. So, but it's good to get Sam back. He gives us a dynamic on the offensive glass. He's so athletic. He covers a lot of ground. John, he's been offensively. He's been a force down there. So love the versatility, and we do have Sam back.
You think that experience helped Luke at all, having to step in and play the way he did against UAPB? Super
confident with Luke. And I think the thing is for him to feel that same way, and that he's needs to stay ready. We really. It's like some of these guys that don't play right now. It's not a reflection on them, on Caden, that he's not getting tons of minutes. It's more of a reflection on we're old off the bench, and it's just the way it is in college basketball right now. We're old off the bench. But it has nothing to do with my confidence level in a couple of those guys that aren't getting the minutes. It's about development, getting them better, getting them, learning the offense, defense, getting them confidence, and that's what the definite case is with him.
How tough is the adjustment for those guys? Because before coming to Oklahoma, they've been the guy on every team they've been on.
It's not just at Oklahoma, it's all around the country. It's an adjustment for everybody, especially with this. We got one more year of the cycle where you're playing fifth-year guys. A lot of teams have fifth-year guys, 24-year-olds, 23-year-olds. If you're an 18-year-old that's never played college basketball, it's an adjustment, not just at Oklahoma. So you got to constantly be in the development process of letting them know mentally too. And we got confidence in you. Let's keep working. Let's keep getting better. Let's learn the offense better. Know where you need to be on defense. And that's that race to maturity, of learning. But to say it's easy, it's not. It's not. Everybody wants to play. It doesn't mean they, I'm just asking you, asking to be patient with it and everything.
Coach, how important is it just to take advantage of the opportunity to build that resume before you get to conference play?
I think every game's an opportunity. I mean, it really is. You're seeing teams lose to teams they feel they shouldn't have lost to. We approach every game like, man, it's an opportunity to put one in the bank, accumulate wins, accumulate good wins. Obviously, Providence we feel is going to be an NCAA tournament team, so that's we know what kind of win that could be. Our guys, the way our preparation process is we really dive into their strengths, their personnel, what they're doing, no matter what the opponent is. But our guys know how good Providence is. They absolutely know it.
What are you going to say? It's not the goal. The net rankings came out 19. What does that say about the respect they're giving you from what you've accomplished?
It's that's more analytical. It's not about respect. That's more analytical. It's like it's a number. Like I said, those things are going to fluctuate like the stock market. I don't know. I mean, they're just going to be up and down. It's going to be, you just don't, it's literally the net. I mean, all this bracketology this early, it's all about your team. Are you getting them better? Are you growing? The game in front of you. So I really haven't put much thought to the net coming out today.
Porter, you kind of touched on it earlier, but the rebounding the last few games seems like it's been a real strength for you guys. How happy have you been with the effort on that end?
One thing is we said it intentionally, we wanted to be better offensively. Like analytically, the numbers are like off the charts compared to last year's. And I don't think we're giving up our transition defense. That's the thing you worry about. Are you going to give up your transition defense? We've got to be on our transition defense against Providence. They are going to try to push it and score in the first 7 seconds. Pierre and Carter, just elite guards at pushing tempo. I think that I lost my. What was the question again?
Rebounding. How happy you've been with
back
the
to
effort?
rebounding. I started thinking about Carter and Pierre, and I just started thinking about our transition defense. Our offensive rebound's been good, and defense is about blocking out. We've been up and down in that. We've had games where the numbers are great, but I look on I guess I'm just really hard on it, but I look at games where we've given up more offensive rebounds we should have. Every game we have a goal. We're trying to get them less than 30% of their misses, and we got to continue to go out to in.
So style of play is pretty similar between the two teams.
I think so. I think we're both physical defensively, and I think we're both trying to run. They got a block scorer. You don't see a lot of teams have true guys that can score. Oduro can really score on the block. So John can really score on the block. They got some dynamic guards. I feel like we got some dynamic guards. So they're trying to push the tempo. They got a block scorer. They got a very, very physical defense. No, I do think it's a similar.
You guys are up there in dunks. Obviously, that helps for easy. But
You guys give me more stats than I know.
what does that do when you've got so many guys that can score to keep everyone engaged and keep everyone seeing the ball go through when they can get easy buckets like that?
I mean, the more easy buckets you can get, it's just so much. And that's why we call it DCO. We're trying to run on misses, trying to run on steals, deflections. If you can get easy buckets, and I think our guys are feeding into that. And I think the key was setting the tone that it's going to start with your defense. And that's been our biggest mantra is we wanted to play faster without the expense of sacrificing our defense. And I think we're doing that. I think we're guarding and playing up tempo. And I think that's the key to keep getting better at that system.